Hi, on behalf of the Oates Institute, we hope you had a meaningful Holy Week. And if you're like me, and had responsibilities as a pastoral caregiver in congregation, in your temple, or in your hospital or other organization, or just simply being with your family and going through the rush of these kinds of holidays, you're probably fatigued. You can hear it in my voice and see it in my face. But as you ease back into your normal routine, I want to make a final appeal for your help with our spring symposium, an interracial dialogue. We know that you are very busy and have many opportunities for continuing education. But just please allow me a few minutes to tell you why this one is special, why we think you should at least give strong consideration to joining us. Using two provocative documentaries and a dialogue by the producers of two documentaries, Yvette Johnson and Myra Ottewell, we will explore practical ways that faith, groups, spiritual caregivers, and others can help overcome fear, hatred that divides while seeking intentional conversations about racial justice issues. Permit me for just a moment to share a personal story that undergirds some of my motivation for being a part of this event. In 1965, the courts forced the Jackson Public Schools to integrate. 13 courageous African American students braved the slurs and the picket lines under the protective eyes and guns of the National Guard to enter my previously all-white high school. Like most of my senior class, I stood and did nothing to provide hospitality to our new classmates, thus making me complicit in the resistance to this new and important movement in our society. This was what transformational learning theory calls my disorienting dilemma, forcing me critically to reflect on my assumptions and beliefs and consciously make plans that brought about new ways of defining my view of human beings. It's been a very long journey, but by the grace of God, progressive theological education, good therapy, outstanding supervision by great supervisors, and wonderful learning from folks of all colors, all persons today look like my neighbors. As I watched these two documentaries for this event, I literally wept. My heart was breaking because I grieved the contribution or the lack of contribution, the complicity of my people to not do more during those days in Jackson, Mississippi and in the Deep South to make things more integrated and healthy for all. As I watch these two women, one black, one white, struggle with the meaning of their heritage, while their stories are set in the Deep South, their two journeys have deep implications to persons all over our country and all over the world for that matter. And I promise you, you won't regret this transformational journey with us. Now, we all ask the question, what are the benefits for me? Why should I be involved? And I think they're pretty obvious here, but let me just outline them. First of all, if you're a chaplain and you need CEU credits, you can get 18 credits in 3 weeks by participating online from wherever you are. Secondly, you can see and hear the impact of an African American, and a white woman's exploration into their roots and families of origins that impacted their conscious and unconscious development around racial issues. Family secrets, white privilege, identity formation, transgenerational transmission of values and attitudes are all examined in these heart-touching productions. You'll be able to gain a better understanding of how to have an intentional conversation about differences with persons and other racial identities. You'll be able to participate in a very respectful, honest dialogue with persons of other racial identities about important issues that cause confusion and division, as well as suggestions about how to bridge those gaps. You'll be able to discover some ways spiritual caregivers can appropriately serve as a prophetic voice in our society that is so needed today, as you know. You'll be able to rethink maybe a few personal conclusions about how others think and believe based on their racial stereotypes. You can be a part of a healing and community building. And finally, provide better care, spiritual care to persons of different races than your own. Now, I've got to warn you that the online seats are limited for this event, so you need to go now and sign up if you would like to take part. And the reason we're encouraging you to go now and sign up before this begins on the 28th of April in the Mississippi Civil Rights Museum from 4 to 6 p.m. Central Standard Time in Jackson, Mississippi, is so that you can receive the documentaries ahead of time, the links, and watch them and reflect on them so that when you hear the two presenters, you'll know where they're coming from and you'll be able to quickly enter into that learning experience with them. We'll continue our second dialogue here on May 1st in the Simmons College of Kentucky from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're grateful for the Cooperative Baptist Fellowship in Mississippi and the Baptist Seminary of Kentucky for helping sponsor this event, and we strongly urge you to come and be a part so that we can learn and grow together. Thank you for listening. Reach out to me at rick@oates.org if you have any questions or concerns, and I'll be happy to talk with you about those. You have a blessed day.